Sorry, I laughed there. Yeah, don't be silly like yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday, was it? Wrong. Yeah, I did want to see that one again. Yeah. Right, well, actually, I shan't be a second. I just got to check it's live. But it's unscheduled, but I did give you an hour. I mean, I mean, for me that's good. I mean, on Twitch, blimey, you're lucky if you get 2 minutes. So I think you should celebrate the fact that I do a little, give it more time on YouTube. Why not? I mean, been good to me. Sorry, I may have giggled slightly there, slightly. Right, I just got to like it first because probably nobody else will. So I'll stick a mad photo up. Who wants to see that and crumb your face? I mean, come on. I mean, it's a blurry mess half the time. I don't know what bother with it. I mean, why did I buy that camera? I mean, is it allowing me to save and anything, or you just decided you ain't gonna bother now? Oh, so I might still be in a slightly silly mood. We had a little bit of over the top cameraman, and yeah, so we're still recovering from the silliness. But I think there's a chance that I might outlive it. So this is kind of unscheduled, but I give you hours notice. I was going to do it at 3:30. You want to count yourself lucky. I was going to do it at 3:30 and only give you half an hour notice, but I thought no. Do you know what, Ray? You ought to give him a good hour. I thought, yeah. Do you know what, Ray? You're quite right there. I should give her an hour. So I kind of thought I'd give you an hour's notice. Hello, Jag. Well, hello there. How are you doing? I mean, haven't you started yet? And Jag is straight in there. Well, thanks, Jags Gaming, for coming in. You hit the jackpot and hit the #1 spot. Well done. Feel free to endorse that moment and embrace it for the next 10 years. Doesn't happen very often. So, first what? Yeah, you're first. Yeah, you're first. First, number one. Usually it's, #1 is grabbed by a certain person called Ghost, whose real name is I can't even say the word. Anonymous. We'll just say we don't know. He's probably like Batman the Unquenchable or something, in real life. But he's known as Ghost because nobody can see him. So you never know, it might pop in. I doubt it though. But yeah. So today, what we're doing is we're looking at Frandalf the Fair. Remember, this is our second highest character of all time. My PC Skyrim is looking good, cartoonish like I wanted. I did have a look just earlier, Jag, at your video that was showing that, but I was in the middle of doing something, so I had a quick look on YouTube today, and I saw a couple of things, and it wasn't generally much new, but I saw yours. I gave it a like, and I also gave Nico's a like, and although I didn't get a chance to see Nico's, so I did see a little bit of you walking in through the hallway there, saying how cartoonish it was. So I did see a little bit of that. So today with Frandalf the Fair, with 86, she's the one where the Thieves Guild broke. Probably because I said no. So yeah, the enchanting and smithing. I was on about that the other day. Although it was a little bit silly, and some people complained it was muffled on the mic. Well. Well, I'm having a bit of a week of let's endorse muffled mic. And so I did a KSB one this morning, prior to this, which means just before. And where we took, we used the mic that's on the controller, which is really muffled, because I want the muffled community to get a little bit of a chance, because they don't really get a look at it. They've always got these wonderful mics that, superb fidelity, high ranges, low range, they get all that, but the muffled community don't get a lot of that. So I did a nice muffled one today on Kerbal Space Realm for about 40 minutes. So if you want to endorse the muffled community, watch that one. Because I feel like muffled, it doesn't get enough credit, does it? So yeah, I was going to say, smithing wise, you know, we have maxed this right. Well, we haven't maxed it right out. I'll tell a lie. We're almost maxing it out. The reason why I'm doing this, I should do it on my 360 really, but I couldn't get that thing to work today because apparently it won't go into the internet, so the servers must be down. So that blew that sky high. So enchanting we've also maxed out. Because I generally, whatever play I do, I like to max those out as early as possible. Oh, hello, we're spinning round and round. So we are Frandalf the Fair with this rather grubby, you know, but I suppose it's ancient, isn't it? Oh, that's just an excuse to do poor graphics. So, you know, we have this lovely armour, and let's move out a bit. She's a little bit tight there, and she has a pickaxe, of course. So if you have the notch pickaxe, as you know, as I said in my last one, you know, I've got a notch pickaxe on there. You know, if you put that on, it raises your smithing abilities. So when you do your smithing, you know, it gets raised whilst having that in your hand and your 4 items. Because as you know, that's the secret to you know, really, you know, a weapon that was say 80. Right, let's say the armour. You know, no, that's not it. Where's Frandalf's armour? Wow, I'll double find it. Frandalf's lovely, beautiful Cirrus, I don't know what you call it. You know, it's got 822. And I bet you're saying, well, hang on, why is it? It can't be 822. Well, no, normally it is 400 and something. Okay, but because we get a boost of, I think it's 50% boost once you're wearing the whole set, then this doubles up to that. How about I like Ray Ray? Oh, thank you very much, Nico. Very, very nice of you to pop in and say hello. Thank you. I'm going to quick look at yours, Nico Roshi, but today I couldn't look at that one. I was busy doing something. I quickly looked at Jags and left a like. So I'm kind of busy doing things like this at the moment. So we made this lovely armour, you know, which gives us a nice buff if we use our 4 things. So as you know, you have 4 things for each. I gave you your first dislike. What, just now? No. Oh, that's I don't think I've ever had a dislike. Oh, don't worry, I'll rub that one off. Don't worry, guys. I have the power. Ray Ray's superpower of. Oh, we don't want any dislikes. Yeah, they get thrown out of the window, mate. So, anyway, if you have these now, one thing I have noticed, because I'm being serious today. See, you know, that's silly. I told you I'm in first. Yes, you're in first. You're in first, and you give me a dislike. Well, that's very kind. So, one thing I did notice is I've got these crafted up to, at the present level, to 41%, which seems to be my highest so far. So as you know, if you put these 4 things on, not that one because that's potions. So say we you know, so we need these 4. So you need clothes or armor and some bracers, and then you need your ring and your necklace. You've got 4 items, but if you have the notch pickaxe, which is at the top of, you know, the mountain, you know, the main mountain, you know, the main. You know what I mean. I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, you know, where all the, you know, twits are. You know, sort of throat of the world. That's it. Throat of the world on top of Mount Blim. You know, it's right at the very top. You just got to climb up a bit from where Parthenax is. You know, climb up, pretty much. You know, from where he is, and then go to the left. I can't remember. It's either left or the right. I don't know. You go around a bit. It kind of goes around a bit, and then you got to jump a little bit to get up to the notch in that pickaxe, which is shoved into a piece of rock there. So if you have those 4 items, you know, each one 41%, you know, I'd work it out, but I can't bother. It's 164, right? Okay, 164 then. All right, apparently I can do it rapid like that. So, so if you put those on, your smithing absolutely flies up. So we'll just go down to our.
Your battles, friend.
Thank you, Balrond. You're a real good one. And there's my wife. She likes to just rock on her feet. She's got this thing into rocking at the moment, and this is my lovely wife Jordis, and I have the wedding ring to prove it, just in case you all think, you know, that's rubbish, Ray, he's making it up. You know, I have still, you know, I always wear that. Well, I'm not wearing it at the moment, but that's because I'm in business.
Didn't think I'd be seeing you again so.
Touche. Fast loading time. Don't even get that on Starfield, do you? What happened there?
It's good to see you again.
So you know, if you go into here, you know, and we're you know, we've kind of maxed out the light side. Okay, the light side. Okay, maxed out the light side. So if you go to here, and you know, we go through some of these armors. I mean, I was doing this the other day, but this time was a little bit more serious. All right, I haven't got all the additional stuff, but let's go to the basic stuff of armor. Okay, so 49. Okay, right, 49. Right, okay, I didn't do hide. Right, so hide, yeah, 80. So surprisingly, hide is slightly better. Although this is according to my stats. Although no, it isn't. No, I'm talking about. Nothing to do with your stats, right? Right. So and then this one's 44. So you know, rubbish, imperial, absolute rubbish. So steel, obviously steel, getting a bit better. 90. Okay, so leather. You thought, well, that won't get very high, will it? You know, leather, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to go. You know, 103, surprisingly, you know, which is a miracle, really, since it's not made of metal. But, you know, special buttons put in here. But then you come to Dwarven, it's like 75. And then you go to Elven, okay, where is it? Not that one. No, see, this is a very high level one. 150, look, 150, are you seeing that? 150, right, I'm talking too fast. Right, so this one's 138, so this one is pretty high in compared to the rest. You know, there's a nice jump there. You know, that's 123, but the gilded one is 138, so nice armor. Right, you go to the Orcish. What do you think the Orcish should be? I still can find it, of course. I mean, I've got to find it. I don't know, I can't remember if it's light or heavy. Yeah, 70. I mean, it's, I just would say that's pants. What it is, it's pants, isn't it? And then you go to Ebony. Well, I haven't unlocked. No, I haven't unlocked Ebony yet, so we can't do a comparison on that. But then we go to Glass, which is one of the highest as well, which is 150. See, we're going up all the time. So, and if we do Dragon, you know, this one is. Now, there's two different types here. There are the heavy type, if I can find it. So these have been converted to the Creation Club thing, so they're slightly different. So this is the Dragon plate. So that one's 80. So it's not that great. 80. Okay. And then you go to, you know, I think that's the two kinds. One's a Creation Club one, one's the other version. So you know, you've got two different versions if you've got the Anniversary Edition, which I'm lucky enough to have. And then you've got Dragonscale. Double what heavy armor is. So very surprising. Which is why this was the armor I wanted. Was Dragonscale armor. Because when I got to unlock the whole lot, I found this to be superior to everything. Although I haven't fully tested the heavy armor maxed out on the perks. So I've now maxed out on my perks, so I've been forging one with my 360 to find out. And when I've maxed it out on this one, although I shouldn't really be bothering. So as you can see, this is the highest armor in the game. Okay? Don't bother with going for heavy armor. You know, although that, you know, supposedly more protection, it doesn't. It's half. So it's an absolute load of garbage. Now again, this one is not very good. So that one's not very good either. Yeah, either. Chitin amazingly is one of the highest. So that's a good one. See, and that, you know, that ain't. But like the heavy versions are always worse than the light. And then you go to Nordic. So I'll do a little bit of gameplay as well, and then you got the Nordic, you know, 75. So it's, you know, not that great. Okay. Miscellaneous, well, just a load of bags really. So as you can see, what was it? 100 and hang on, yeah, that's like a French fridge really. They did make very nice fridges. So as I said, 163 highest. Okay, so 163. How do I get it to very high levels? Okay, well, let's. All right, this isn't a good comparison, but if we take our I'll find a little monkey. Yeah, that one, see? How did I get it to 748? You know? Because what I've done now is I've made a set of Dragonscale armour. And as you notice, if I put this on, it jumps up. If you look at my armour rating there, 355. Okay, so if I put this on, see, without it, you know, if we go back to, let's do a proper comparison here. Let's go to our gauntlets. Let's put on our usual stuff, okay? Alright, see, we have 1978. It was a very good year for progressive rock, okay? But if you have a shield, and put a shield right now, at the moment I've only got this. See, obviously this bumps it up. So you now get 2,200, okay? Which is not bad. But what I found out only yesterday was Spellbreaker is actually higher than the Dragonscale, which surprised me. So it takes it up now to 2,284. Now I know after 500 apparently it doesn't matter, but it seems to matter when I tested it. Although I don't go by that. So as you can see, our highest we can get is 2284. On my 360 I think it's 289 something or 8 something. So it's very close to 3,000 on my 360. But if we now put on, so as you can see, the Frandalf Ancient Falmer armour, which, you know, is only one of, but you know, but if you've got a mod you can obviously, you know, make more of it. Okay, is one of the best armours in the game, if not the second best. Okay, but if we put on now my newly crafted, just yesterday, if I can find the blazers, right? I crafted these up and put you know, points on, you know, what do you call it? Enchantments. That's it, enchantments. So I tried to copy basically what the other one was. You know, so if it was, you know, boots or, you know, was that, say, carrying capacity and stamina regeneration. Okay, I generally try to copy that. Okay, but it's just a little bit higher actually. So actually, I can produce a little bit higher now. So if we put all these on, you'll see each one is like 12. You know, that one's a bit more. So now if we put all these on, okay, where's the last? Is that the last of it? And then that. You see, it's 592, but we get the set bonus for putting the perks in, you know, 25% and then another 25%. So, and I can't remember what's after that one. There's another one. So we get a, you know, a kind of 50% boost to it. All right, which is, you know, half of it, and then you add that to it. See, so that takes it up to 2550. So you can see that this armor surplants all the others. I'll still do a test on the heavy though. I haven't fully tested that. Okay, so it is slightly better. And if you use the shield, it goes up again to 2495. And if you go down and use Spellbreaker, it miraculously goes higher again, which I only just found out yesterday. They said today, but that's because I was lying. So yeah, Spellbreaker, actually I was surprised at that. So we've got 2550, and obviously when you look at this, obviously it looks a real banger, doesn't it? I mean, it's not Frandalf, because, you know, but, you know, Frandalf, you know, it's the highest armour in the game. This is this, you know, and then it does that, you know, I mean, you know, we all hate that, don't we? That it spins it round when, you know, it'd be nice if you had 360 view, you know, but Creation Engine, you know, ain't up to it, apparently. So as you can see, that's quite nice, isn't it? And that is why I wanted Dragonscale armour. Tried the heavy and found out this one was way heavier, so that's what I went with, because I started off doing a little bit of heavy stuff and then I cancelled that out and reset it and did all light armour from then on. But that was probably halfway through the game, but I was already leaning towards that from the beginning, really. So, and these are just a few knickknacks that I put together. I haven't really sorted stuff out yet into, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, these are earlier iterations. I think it used to be that one plus one with souls. So these are all previous attempts, and generally things that are just dropping in here that, you know, with all the you know, ingredients, you know, all the corundum and all this kind of stuff. Okay, I won't bore you with all that. So if you take, say, you know, something now, say I go in here now, you know, see, that's how we get these numbers of very high stuff, is with these 4 items on, although I haven't got them on actually. So that's 4, what was it? Let's do a constructive blue on it. I'll tell you what, let's do the armor. Armor. Where's the armor? Right, there's the armor. See? So 925, ridiculous. Yeah, and you get that by putting these 4 items on. So I'm kind of trying to forge it in your brain because it's very, very important. So I do the ones that do blacksmithing. So I created, you know, things that will do both. The only thing that changes is you can't do the circus with the or cirrus or whatever it is. So you can put these 4 on: the ring, the necklace, and the outfit, and the leather braces. Right, okay, then you now have 4 things. It does, you know, weapons and armor, right? But it won't do one of them. That's the wrong one. Oh no, it's not. So that will do armor, but it won't do potions. So you just got to change this for a hat to do the equivalent on alchemy. Okay, but what also makes a difference is the black books. Because if you go into here, at the moment, I am on the Mage Stone, okay, and the black book, which is from the Sallow Regent. If you open the Sallow Regent book in Solsheim, so you have to be in Solsheim to open it, then you get a 10% boost to your enchantment. So if you wear that and that, although I found this doesn't work, to be honest. It makes your skills go faster, but I haven't seen any evidence that it's given me a boost on I haven't seen any evidence of that, because I did have the wrong one. It still seemed to be, so I don't quite know what's happening there. And I've also noticed that we can go higher than on my 360, because all of these are at 41%, and I can only reach 36%, and my character is almost, well, not quite double the you know, the level of this one. So this one's 86, my 360 is 132. So technically his strats should be higher. Should be able to create stuff that's higher than 36. It could be that I haven't recently done it, so I've been going up a lot of things lately, and maybe I just haven't remade another new lot. Okay, so if you do that, wear those 4 items for smithing, and then do the 4 items which are slightly different. One of them is slightly different. You've got to wear a hat, or circlet, or Penitus oculus. Now, one thing I have noticed in this, I don't know whether it's because of the anniversary edition or the special edition, but for some unknown reason, on my 360, if I put on the Penitus oculus, I don't think I've got it on me at the moment. Yeah, this one, right? Okay, if I do a Penitus oculatus helmet, you can wear that as well as the circlet, but I found it doesn't work. Because if I put this on and I put that on, it does one or the other, but on my 360 I can do both, and yet still I can only reach 41. You know, I can't reach 41%, so I'm kind of baffled why that is. So for some unknown reason, this is not working on the special and anniversary. You know, so I don't know whether it's the wrong helmet, but it is the Penitus. Right, and then when we come up here, so if you got your magic, Mage Stone and your Seeker of Sorcery boost on your black book, and then you put this on, which is Azebal's armor. Okay, you put these 4 on. Okay, I'm now wearing that. Okay, right. If you're wearing all of those items, those 4 items, you get a boost to your alchemy. Okay, I don't really want to waste it now because I haven't got anything. Alright, I got that. But you know, say you want to put something on there, I don't know. Well, you can't put anything to do with alchemy on there, but you know, so you know, you could do your thingy, whatever. All right, so let's have a look. Right, 11 seconds. Okay, so say I want to do, say, fire damage. All right, it can do a maximum of 54. Okay, if you have a black soul gem or a grand soul gem, so it doesn't make any difference with these. I would like to emphasize that whatever you choose, whether it's a black star one, a black soul gem, or that, it makes no difference. It's only when you go down to the, you know, the lower one. In fact, the greater one will also work, but that might be because it's got a great, yeah, it's got a greater. So it only drops down when you go below these. So it doesn't have to be. In fact, they're all saying it. Wow, that must be a genius then. So anyway, so as you can see, it goes up to 54%. But with now these, the black book, you know, plus 10, plus the plus 10 for this outfit, the Azibal's armor. All right, we've created a potion with our 4 things that we were wearing when we created it. So we've got the best one we could get, and then we go to fortify. And the other day I did take the wrong one. I was doing some smithing and I took an enchanting potion. You know, how dumb am I? See, and do 44%. Remember, it was 54%. Okay, so now if we do this, and we now do that, go to fire. Okay, you now notice it's 75. So it's a huge difference, and the game pauses. So you only got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, but while you're naming it, so I could put, say, on fire. I tend to do it quite simple, like on fire, although occasionally do, like, you know, the hunting bow of death, you know. So if I do, like, you know, fire, yeah, it pauses while you're doing this, so you don't have to worry about wasting time putting this in, and then you press it and then quickly craft it. Okay, so you see how much that has jumped up from 54 to 70. Blur to 7 by increasing that extra 20%. That has made a difference. So that's why by enchanting, when you get into max levels and you max the enchanting out and the smithing out, and you wear those 4 items, okay, you can max this out, and it's roughly about 44% is kind of the maximum without any exploits. Now there is a restoration exploit which I haven't tried because I don't know the precise way of doing it, but apparently you've got to put something on, you know, do something with health restoration, and then take those 4 things off, then reapply them again, and then do an enchanting one, yeah, or potion one, and then it's supposed to give it a boost. But I've never used that because you don't need to do it to insane, and you can get like 1 million damage, you know, which is ridiculous, you know. With the damage I got now, I can one-hit things, apart from a legendary dragon, which might be about 3. So why would you ever want to do that? So 174 is my current maximum. So imagine that's why these armours are getting boosted, but not only by 50%, but by 174% of what it was before. So that's how you get into the 400s on this stuff, on the outfits. Okay. And of course, when you wear all 4, then you get the added bonus on top, which throws it up even more. So now if I go back to my armor, it's gone now to 925. So if we take this off, it's 592. But if we put this on, you get that 50% bonus, which takes up to 900. Now on my 360 it's gone over 1,000 now on damage, plus we are doing, you know, ridiculous amounts of damage. Don't think I've got an equal weapon on this at the moment. I've got that one, so even this is doing, it's pretty close to what I've got on my 360. Mine was 67% and 15 seconds to fill a soul gem, and that's where I got all my soul gems from. But I then made another one on Ghost 57's advice to do absorb health instead of the fire. It's what? Sorry, instead of the soul trapping, I think it was. So if I add that plus the burning, we now have 70 points of burning on top of this 408, plus the 45 that takes away his health. So that's 45 of his health with every single hit. That's why this becomes a one-hit weapon. And you notice the price of it, 13,928. Nobody can afford that in Skyrim. So enchanting and smithing also increases the price dramatically. So if you want to make a lot of money, you know, normally they've only got 2,000. You can invest in them up to about 4,000, I do believe. But if anything goes higher than that, like say this one, that's 7,000. You can't actually give that to anybody. I mean, that's, you know, that's more. But so you can get really insane numbers on selling as well. So that's why I tend to always do enchanting. It seems like a waste of points, I know. Having to put it into all those, you know, when you could be putting it in, say, you know, more on the sword or more on your armor or whatever. She has glass armor, which is, you know, pretty good as well. Plus, she, I presume, gets the same boost, because I do believe they get. I can't remember if they get the same boost as you or not, but if they're wearing the whole set, they should get a boost to their light armor, especially if they like armor. I can't remember if she's light or heavy now. So anyway, that's smithing. So I went into that. I did it a little bit more silly the other day. And we just got a few of the kind of, you know, this is the you know, level 80 challenge with the warrior. I can't remember his name. You know, the unknown warrior. That's Mirax one. That's the Deathbrand one, and that's just some shoddy old thing. I'll tell you what. Let's just do a quick quest. Let's make it a little bit of a meaty one. But now we have a choice of two different. Now he beat me to open the door there. So I've got a little bit of chocolate.
Hey, Mom, want to play a game with us?
I hope I haven't missed anybody coming in. Thank you both. It is a bit of an unscheduled stream, so now I don't know about you, but I like to have all my markers on. Look at that. A little bit of advice: don't put all your markers on. Look. How would I know which one is that? I mean, some people do it this way, and I'm not knocking them at all. You know, because they go, well, I can still read it. Right, I've got to go there. I just click on that, and then when I get there to Whiterun, you know, I just look for that one and then head towards it. So you could do it without the markers, but obviously, when you're exploring the world, you ain't got a clue which one of these it is. So you know, wouldn't normally have that. Now that was just, yeah. So you know, we can take, you know, it's best to take all these off. Just do one at a time. Makes everything simpler. Plus, also your clairvoyance, which already is a little bit dodgy. Now you don't have to turn these off. You know, you can turn these on and off. Great improvement over Morrowind. Which is a little bit more clunky way of doing it. But instead of doing that and taking all these off, if you want to still keep a few on, you just gotta, you know, unclick that, and then that will turn all those off anyway. So you can just get rid of all those if you just want to concentrate on one, say like that. Okay. And I think some of these here are. I mean, let's do something a little bit interesting and see how this new build with you know, whatever. And I've opened a lot of locations on here. You know, I've probably shown you before, but I've only ever found 407 locations in the entire game, including the DLC. Alright? We are very close to that. So if we could do the Thieves, you know, the Thieves Guild one, we might have opened a couple more. So there's still a few more to go yet on that. Alright? So let's eliminate these banditos. Been there before. Basically what I did was wherever I went or wherever I was heading to, there was some location that came up on my compass, in, you know, that isn't filled in. I would head to it and discover it. So that's how I discover every single one. And there's a couple of secret ones that are a little bit tucked away. And always, usually, I'm not saying I do it every time, because occasionally I will miss them, because I've got quite a lot. I do tend to keep collecting them. I was from the very beginning of the game. As soon as I picked a flower in Skyrim, I was immediately picking everything up. So let's go in here with our... not that. Let's put a better weapon on. So we have a lot on this. This is for a mage build. So with all that on, with the Dragonscale armour on, I'll give my highest possible protection. Okay. You know, and plus 2 lots of carrying capacity, and usually you can put that on the boots or the gloves, I do believe. Can't put it on everything. You can't put it on the main armour. Plus my stamina regenerates. That's so I can keep on hitting. Okay, and then this one I have one-handed attack, 61 damage. I did have one with one-handed and two-handed, so I had 2 things, but they're both for one and two-handed. But now I changed that to light armor skill because she is a mage. I decided to do a little bit different, and I'm not going to ever do two-handed, so I didn't do the two-handed and say did light skills instead. This one gives us 103 regeneration of magicka, and they also cost less, so greatly reduces that. I could use this shield. We're a mage really, so we're not really going to do it. And then we got these things here, which let me put it on the right one because it's now on the weapons one. So now we want the ones that give me a boost to where are we? Which gives me the carry weight and the regeneration of health. Hello Paragon Skyrim modder. Have you changed your name? Did you have this on the PSVR 2 Paragon one? I didn't notice that. I did miss somebody who came in on the PSVR one, and I didn't catch the name. I couldn't quite, and I played it back again, and I still couldn't quite catch what it was. So I don't know who that person was. But actually, this one's better. So actually, this one's better than the Dragonscale, which surprised me when I found out. So we could go in with that. So this is the one I normally use. So I'll get there in a minute. And please, if I make a mistake, I'm always making mistakes, please excuse me. But this one is not quite, it's almost kind of up into the regions of my Dragon Glass scale one. Okay, so this is 45, absorb 45 and burn for 70, and this one is 66, so it's a little bit less, but it fills soul gems, so that's what I would normally use. So with either one, it's probably a one-hit kill. So let's try our normal one. Okay, I've got a bow on at the moment, merely because I'm just keeping a bow on for some reason. So we go in here, not really taking much care.
What was that?
Okay,
What was that?
but first of all, we'll use magic. Okay, 1, 2. So that does 2. Alright, so our magic maxed out. We're on master level destruction, so that's the highest we can do, and we've also got, I think, the highest elemental blast. The only thing that beats that, I think, is the massive explosion, but I think even that is, yeah, the only thing that beats it is the fire rune and fire storm. Okay, which is like it does like an animation, and then keeps on firing it. That's the only thing that beats it. But just for the blasting, I tend to use this because that's the highest blast or bolt one. Okay, so I can sometimes drop down to that one, because if I haven't quite got enough to continue, I can just put this lesser one on. It uses less magicka. Okay, so AMC is kind of 2 hits kills them. Okay, I won't bother about looting the bodies. And then we go in, face this manic, and what we'll do is we'll do a quick save first. So as you can see, again, is 2 hits, or twits as I like to call it. So it's 2 shots, or maybe 1.5. I can't just this up and get this guy on the fly, but still, no. So it's 2 hits practically, alright? Alright, that one's a bit weaker, that's because I have to give us an archer, wouldn't it? So we do this for, I don't know, another a maximum of 2 hours. I'm not going to go 3 hours today. As an extra, my neck has been rather good lately. Really nice, I'm enjoying it. And just pick up the main stuff. You know, this is a archer. They're not quite as strong, so you can do it with one with them. Or he was already down, wasn't he? I wouldn't blame him. I'd be down if I got hit by that. So you know, it's pretty cool, right? So I'll tell you what. Now we'll come up to here to kind of show this test a little bit. Follower will probably walk over that. All right. So let's do a quick save here. All right. But this time use the shield. Well, we put it this way, we don't need to use a shield. Alright? Because with a blade you can do it much quicker than with magic, which is why I generally have a shield. So you don't need 2 hits with magic. It's only 1 hit plus taking soul gems. And that's how my original character got all his soul gems, which is ridiculous amounts. But well, not ridiculous amounts, you know, an average amount. Yeah, probably up to about 38 or something on how many. But as you can see, the sword does kill quicker.
Can't wait to count out your coin.
Especially when you're doing anything like that, straight down the throat. So it does do it quicker, which is why I generally want a sword. Which is why I tended to do Gandalf, because you can do a bit of each. You know, why break a lifetime of a habit? So again, if I go back to this and run the test, because outside now has been the main bandit. I'll try and creep in time. You'll see it doesn't quite get there. Now I could wait for them all to come close to me and then do a massive explosion. Okay, which could kill my wife, and I wouldn't want to do that. Poor old Jordis. But let me just check my skills, because if you have, I'm doing the wrong thing. If you have, which one is it? I always got to think on this one. It's a lot of stress thinking, you know. I don't know why I'm pickpocketing, to be honest. Yeah, light. Is it light armour? No, it's not. I can't even remember which one it is. It could be alteration or. Anybody knows, you know, let me know. Don't think it's enchanted. So this must be alteration. No. Yeah, the mage armor one, you know, that's if you don't wear any armor. That's the one you'll need. So I've heard. I think it's restoration. So if you go all the way up here, this side here, okay, and do, you know, it goes 50% more, you can actually avoid death, okay. But there's also a black book where you can choose to protect your follower from dying. I don't think I got that. Oh, I have got that. So your attacks, your shouts, or destruction spells do not damage your followers in combat. So as long as you are in combat, you cannot kill your follower. But only if you have that perk in the black book. Okay? I can't remember which one it is. Alright? So we don't have to worry about a 75 or 90% whatever it is blast, which probably is the highest destruction one in the game. Alright, so because we're a fire based character, we'll do the fire based. Okay, this is kind of the heaviest we can do. So what we got to do is do this as long as they don't hit us, although it doesn't seem to matter. This should kill them all comfortably. But as you can see, my wife is safe because we're in combat.
You start running so I can stab you in the back.
At least I hope she don't die. Okay, so that is higher than the kind of individual spell, and the wife is perfectly happy. That's because she's, you know, breakdancing there on the edge of the cliff. She has this affliction at the moment where that's is happening. That's his right. But so as you can see, if I use that, probably will kill them in one go. But obviously, you know, if you haven't got that protection on your follower, well, she's well and truly, you know, nutty. I think there's another way to that in there, which is around here. So we won't let the archer get a good fling on us, because I'm not a, you know, I'm not a flinger. We are really more mage now. We're kind of 2/3 mage, 1/3 with a sword. The sword really is just a backup, but you know, 90% of it is going to be a mage. Once they come close, then we change them. But with some of them, especially archers, it will kill them in one hit. So it is kind of equal to the sword. But with the stronger ones, it's going to be 2. Especially with the fire doing a little bit of extra damage on top. So if you want to bump your armour rating and things right up to the max, Alchemy and Enchanting is the way to go. It depends if you want to waste those points, or maybe wait till much later on when you feel maxed out the kind of skills that you want to max out. Say you're an archer, you want to do all the archery ones. Well, that's complete fallacy. So yeah, it's kind of blacklist. But hope for the best, you know. A lot coming in. You know, a lot coming in. Yeah, it could be a quest. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, and then you got this boss guy, you know, and you do that. And, you know, it takes 1, 2. Another one again. So it's taken 3 hits to kill all those. If I did it with the sword, it would have been 1 hit each. So, still pretty impressive, I thought. I won't read it out because eyes are a bit wobbly. You know, if I had wobbly eyes, I'd stick them on my glasses to pass so they don't want me to see. But I'll keep that purely because, you know, and I have that. I mean, that's worth a bit, isn't it? Even though it's very, you know, a bit heavy, it's still, you know, a whacker. I mean, you know, you get a headman cleaver, which I do with this Creation Club one. But let's, you know, well, apparently we've done that as well and got the headman's cleaver, which is also ticked off a couple of boxes. Isn't that absolutely marvellous? I don't think so, Sonny. We just killed your whole gang. You sure you want to persevere with this? No, he doesn't. So a little bit of fun with Frandalf, just showing you the importance of those two things.
I'll raise a cup to your
but mostly, excuse me. I mean, to be honest, if I didn't put anything on my sword, and you had 400 and something damage, you probably might still one-shot them. So this one's 390, look, so it's not quite as powerful as this one. Yeah, that's 408. Although it's not a lot different, to be honest. Elven, you know, they're pretty good, the Elven ones. Okay, so you know, this one is just to do the same thing, just it won't give this.
Remember, hit the one in the middle.
Well, he's obviously somebody bragging his way there. I mean, let's dissect him. I like dissecting, you know, but we don't normally, as I say, do this. I might repeat sometimes. I'm a bit like a gun, I'm, you know, repeating all the time. So there's some Soul Stealer ones. Well, you can see that, can't you? Don't need me to tell you. And that's the like Creation Club ones that, well, they got given away. I don't know if they got given away free today. Well, that's the key, by the way. May as well. So don't forget, when you look around all this place, don't rush through. You young people, you know, God love them, you know, they enjoy it. But my God, they rush through these things. They miss a lot of stuff. And they miss a lot of the secret stuff too. There's a lot of secrets in Skyrim, which a lot of people will miss because they simply don't take the extra time to, you know, look at all the different brochures. Sorry, I maybe got a bit sick. So you actually open this gate with that key that we found. Don't forget to pull for him on the way, and that's another book, you know, which I'm not going to read it now, and then you open that one, and that's how you get down here. Or you can just jump off the top. So you can see this guy coming, you know, you know, so but, you know, a hit with that is one hit. So this is why I never use exploits, to put greater damage on my weapons and armour, because I can win hit kill stuff. So why go down that road anyway? Because of what? Because you want to put it on legendary level and then still one hit kill? Even if I got to legendary level, it's probably a 2-hit kill. So again, you still don't need to do it. You know, give yourself a bit of a challenge. Make it damage 1 million. How is that a challenge even on you know, on legendary? So a hell of a job to get out then.
Is someone there?
I mean, you ain't got much chance really, mate. Oh bother. That one didn't kill him. You see how they slide? It must be very slippery there. But yeah, a bit awkward to get to him now because I'm taking. Yeah, so, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Get punished. So I can see I'm not using. You know, did I lose much health? That's because I got health regeneration. Don't like you, but yeah, getting on my wicko. Right, here we go. I don't know what wicko is, but I'm not going to go, you know, all flabby, you know, well, not flabby. So probably a little one. I'll finish that one off. There you go. I don't want to show off, you know. Well, that's 5,000. I don't know why I'm getting 5,000. Could be the mods. The reason why I might be getting 41% on those 4 items for smithing and that could well be that I've got a mod on which changes the stats a little bit. I've got one that does change like the starting values, so I don't know whether that has made a difference, or you know, whether it was slightly changed for the anniversary or the special edition. I don't know the way out, so I'll have that, but what's the point? So I gotta get out. Anybody know? That's good. So as you can see, as a mage, we are pretty darn strong. Like some of this a normal mission. Yeah, these all. Yeah, I mean, approach the dark mother. You know, dark. You know, she's dark mother. So it's probably down there. So I say the best way is probably just jump off. Still a bit of risk. Oh, there's water down there. I'll tell you what. Let's do a quick save just in case. And I'll do a little run off. I hope it's not too shallow. Because I feel that's the easiest way to get out. It's just whip round there. There's a fishing spot there if you're interested. Me, I couldn't. Yeah, don't really care that much. But I'll tell you what. Let's get clairvoyance up. Generally works. Well, feel free to bite my head off on that one. No, I can't remember the way out, to be honest. Probably because we're up high and it doesn't like being up high. I'll tell you what, let's jump in there. Wow, it's deep, isn't it? Because I can't remember the way out, to be honest. So this could be a little bit of a dull 15-20 minutes where I got to try and find the way out. I should never have come here, really. So it's probably that bridge that went over the topo. So it was a little bit of fun with, well, not fun, it's deadly serious, what am I talking about? It's not split hairs, especially when you haven't got a few. So I'll follow this on a vague notion that it might help me out now, and apparently it hasn't got a clue. It could be because it doesn't know a clue from any other clue. Well, we've got to collect a bounty. I mean, that's bound to show the way out, isn't it? No. Alright, well, what will that one take? Take off that one? No, it hasn't got a clue. Says I've always had a little problem with maps. Well, you've only got to look at Starfield to see that. Apparently Maps is coming. I bet we're all waiting for that one, because it probably won't be as good as we think. Right, I'll take it off now. Right, okay, so, you know, that's a little bit of fun with Frandalf. You know, a nice quick half hour. You know, with Dragonscale armour on. You know, which isn't that bad. You know, put that in my hand. Although, let's go for the other one. We don't want to be over the top. So, I'm not going to be wearing the Dragonborn armour, because I quite like what we're wearing with the, you know, with Frandalf's lovely white stuff. Because I feel like I want to do something different with every build. I don't like to do the same. Oh, I got that on me. It's a Robic, isn't it? Might be because I equipped it instead of putting it away. That was a good tip on smithing, yeah. Yeah, see, smithing is underused, I think, by some people. Some people don't really bother that much, or they do a little bit, and they never really kind of, you know, it's not something they kind of put their mind to and think, oh yeah, I ought to do smithing, you know. They don't really bother that much. Usually somebody suggests it, and then they start doing it, and then they realise how high you can enchant this stuff, because this has gone from, I don't know, 50 or 40 or whatever it was. It's gone right up to 307. You see, it's far better at blocking, and same with all these. So very underused. Plus you put an enchantment on for magical regeneration, and I have a couple that are doing this. So that's 204. Okay. I didn't put on the other two because I wanted different things like carry weight or, you know, stamina regeneration or something, or health regeneration. So you can't put magic on the gloves. So you can't put you can only put things like, you know, smithing or one hit stuff. So you can't do magical stuff on it. Although it is magical because it's enchanting. But you get my drift. You get my drift. It's kind of an armour, as in the serious bits and the not the gauntlet. So and I don't think you can put it on boots either. So I always do it on the things that I can put magic on, and then that's better than maybe wearing, say, because I also carry, if I have it on me, I also have, I think, just a plain mage one with no armour. Although I may not have it on. Yeah, so I could do that. Alright, and that would actually give me higher rating than, say, this armour. So that's only 101, but it does regenerate faster, although not a lot. The spells, you know, do cost less as well, so it's a very good one to put on, that one. The magical regeneration, and then the one with magic, you know, destruction and magicka does more, regenerates faster. You can, so that adds a bit on top. 111 there. So you're getting close to, you know, this kind of vampire armor, which is the next best. Below that is the vampire armor that you get by doing the, you know, the whole Dawn Guard thing. So when I got that, I used it, but I could equally just use this and have a lot less armor. You know, that's down from 2,220 or something down to 900. But because they don't get near me, it's, you know, I'm still gonna get rid of them before they get here. So I don't really have much trouble with this character. It's only silly mistakes like, oh, I forgot to do my health when my health was a bit low. You know, I got knocked by a couple of people, and you know, I forgot to do my health. That's usually what kills me. Is I just leave it too late. I try and get in that extra blow, and thinking, oh, then I'll do the take a potion after it, and then I misjudge it, and it does more damage and kills me. So that's usually what goes wrong with me. But that's because apparently she's gonna punch him. She has an invisible sword that I crafted. In Oblivion, of course, it was you could make your own enchanted weapons. You could actually say what you wanted to do, as opposed to having something that's already got it on. You could actually pick anything and put anything on it and do it to whatever you wanted. So if you could put a high power one and just have one, or you could, I can't remember if you could have 2 or not, I can't remember, but it's kind of late game kind of thing before you can actually do your own spell crafting, which is basically still the same spells, but you can craft it and do the intensity to whatever you want. And we kind of lost that in Skyrim because they're kind of simplifying it a bit. So here we go, we got no armour. So, but if they don't get close enough, we don't have to worry about that. And I could really just wear normal armour and not really protect myself at all. Maybe be 0. In which case you would have to use a flesh spell, which only comes into effect if you have something that you know, you're not wearing armour. So hang on, I think it's alteration. So if we've got this tree here, I like trees. So this one will, you know, block magical resistance whether you're wearing armour or not. Okay, so I can go up to 30%. Okay, which is a good slice off. But if you're not wearing armour and you're wearing mage armour, I say, although you can have the additional ones, I do believe, although don't quote me on that. So now you can use your spells like stone flesh, and they protect you a lot more, and so you can still withstand it even with no armour. But I tend to like armour which has, you know, an armour rating on it. I prefer that. But with Gandalf we did swap to that one now and again, just to show our superiority. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Oh dear, poor Stormcloak soldier there. Not sure what happened there. So there we are. That's it for today. Jordis still doing the old, you know, not Peter Jackson, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson does the Michael Jackson kind of, you know, thriller. You know. Oh, by the way, that song, you know, what about life? You know, what's it? What about, you know, that one? Remember that big hit? You know, all about the Earth being destroyed and all that lot. I actually wrote a song about 10 years before Michael Jackson about us destroying the Earth and ruining it. I got it on tape. I recorded it myself with me playing the guitar. Okay, which is acoustic guitar. So I'm playing acoustic guitar. I played synthesizer, so I had the Wasp synthesizer, which is the first commercially available synthesizer for the public, which was just touch sensitive, only like 1 octave, but it was enough to get all kinds of crazy sounds. And I used that, plus vocals, plus I put backing vocals on top of that with my 2-track recorder. I was able to do it twice and add the extra instruments. Okay, and it came out alright, and I'm quite proud of that. I'm trying to find it because Jess says she'd like to hear some of my old songs. I wouldn't recommend it, Jess, because some of them are just us playing around with a guitar with no idea how to tune it. So it's all out, you know, me just, you know, just coming up with any old trash. But Epitaph, I'm very proud of that one because of my 4-track. Calm stream today. Yeah, it's very calm. What, you still in there, Jack? What, are you hanging on in there? Very kind of you, Jack. I shall have to repay that debt. I'm gonna like give you a star today. I feel like giving people stars. Well, I just thought of that then. Just popped into my head. Thank you, Jack, for saying that. It's very, very kind of you. Kind of hang around. Although you might be doing something completely different off camera and you just pop in every half an hour. But that's still better than most people. You're my brother. I never wanted. Well, I never knew you. I never knew that, Jag. I'm actually older than you. I could be your father, probably. Although, you know, I don't know, diverge your age or do anything with it. But anyway, that's me and my wife. We got married. It's very quick, typical Bethesda style. Whoosh, it's gone. But hey, it was something, wasn't it? Next one, go. It'll have a whole. You know, we'll be able to, you know, go out, get a dress, you know, groom would also be able to get some nice clothes, be able to go out and meet together, you know, go off on a honeymoon to, you know, Morrowind or something, you know, probably have that in the next one. More like bunker uncle. That's a very accurate description of I'm kind of a bit bonkers. If you saw my last Saruman one, yeah, that was I went a little bit over the top on that one. I get in a silly mood sometimes, and my brain just goes into overdrive, and so we overdid that. It's getting a little bit dark. Let's finish off with a bright upitata, as I like to call it. Thank you all for coming in today. It's very kind of you. I did got drunk after. It's a nice one. But yeah, funny you give me a dislike there. But thank you. Yeah, so I'd like to thank Jag Gaming. Thank you, Jag. Very much appreciated. And I will hang around you a little bit longer. All right. So that's a promise. So I do, because sometimes I'll watch Nico for a little while, say last hour before bed. But sometimes I'll watch you a little bit longer and not Nico. So I kind of, you know, it's back and forth. Plus watching my other people I watch, you know, it's you know, it's very busy schedule I have, doing nothing. Thank you, Paragon Skyrim modder version 2 extra in brackets. They get longer by the day, don't they? But what's wrong with having a long day? So there we are, happy couple, mage armour. And I'll see you all next time. Although first let's whip into that Dragonscale one last time, because you know, it's so far, until I'm fully maxed out my heavy armour one, I will craft up that and find out if that beats it, because it could well beat it. If I put all that on, and then a shield, which apparently is supposed to be some spellbreaker, is better. Although I ain't got the robe on. So immediately then it kicks up, and you're up to 2,000. And you know, if Sabretooth tries to attack me, I could just literally stand there all day, right? And he could hit me. I'd probably it'd take two of them to even just nibble away at me health. But it'd probably come up by the time they do the next attack. So this is what happens if you protect yourself with an armour rating like that, plus health regeneration, stamina regeneration on top. You can be almost unkillable unless you know, fight a dragon. But I wouldn't hit a dragon sometimes, you know, some of the lesser ones.
Back off.
What?
That's
Somebody?
close enough.
Well, I think we'll end on a high.
That's close enough.
Are you warning me?
Someone there.
How are you doing today? Z? Well, life is treating me rather excellente vu, which in your language might mean great. Hang on. Z. Nice and short, to the point. I like that. Z. How are you doing? I am fantastic. Z. Do you play Skyrim? Stupid question, you know, because, you know, who hasn't played Skyrim? There's some mad nutter up there. Let's dispose of that mad electronic nutter there. It's obviously, you know, so as you can see, if I got there, you know, oh god, you know, I can't kill him. I'm doing some of my best spells at him. Weren't you doing? It was Zom. Alright, okay, shortened it even more. Great. Now I have to work my way all the way up here. Grindy, grind. You know, can I kill it in one hit with this? No, I can't. If I go in with this sword, it becomes an easy process. So that's why I tend to go down the sword route. With all different iterations. So anyway, that calmed the atmosphere down. But it's a nice way to finish. There she is with her Michael Jackson. Thriller, thriller. Hang on, let's get this out because I want to see her dancing again. But oh, she's stopped now. Oh, what a shame. But let's get her to walk a bit. Ah, there she goes. Thriller, thriller. I got thriller, thriller. She breaks dance with the best of them. Anyway, I've started staying on far too long. So I'll see you all next time. You know, we've got mage armour on, but nobody was able to get anywhere near me because, you know, even with a terrible aim. Is that a person there? I don't know. Is that a person or a post? I'll just make sure. Right, I got no clue. I'll see you all next time. She holds no physical weapon. Exactly. have I got anything conjuration wise that I could conjure up? Because there is an argument that says I could just conjure up a sword. You know, I don't tend to do this, but by Jove, you want to